about this? Can you guys, how does it sound now? All right, guys, sorry about that. So we had a little issue with my microphone there, but we're back. So sorry about that. My mic is good to go here though now. So sorry guys, I was just talking to you. Many of you probably could not hear me. So let me just go back. Let me start things over real quick, guys. Welcome for those that didn't hear me. Welcome to the TG live stream. I want to first give a big shout out to all of our TGD fathers. A big happy Father's Day out there to the entire TGD crew, and a big happy Father's Day to all the viewers that are watching right now that are fathers. Happy Father's Day. Now, before I get started with the True Trading Group live stream tonight, I first want to give a huge thank you to our partners over at Benzinga, Neil, Luke, Jason, and Andrew. Thank you so much, guys, for the support that you guys show on the TG live stream, and the support that you show us is not something that we take lightly, and we are going to continue to earn your support as well. Your endorsement, again, means the world to us, okay? Your endorsement means the world to us. Let me see here, guys. Are we pulling it up? Nope. Okay. Well, I think Adam's having some technical issues, guys. I was going to pull up the endorsement from Benzinga, but Adam's having some technical issues down in Miami. He's resetting his computer right now. But guys, take a minute right now and follow Benzinga on Twitter. Their Twitter handle is at Benzinga, BENZINGA. Go ahead and give Benzinga a follow there, guys, on Twitter. My name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, now the current head trader at True Trading Group. For those that do not know, TTG is the fastest growing, highest rated premium online trading educational platform and community where we all share the same goal, and that is to learn, trade, and profit together. We are 5-star rated on Trustpilot with almost 1,300 reviews. I encourage, welcome, and invite all of you to go ahead and check out those reviews on Trustpilot. 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live for free right here on this YouTube channel with myself, other TGD Pro Trader moderators, and special guests drop golden nuggets that are going to help you to become a better and more profitable trader. If you guys are ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you have come to the place. Take a moment right now, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys share this stream on your own social media. We're live right now on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. All right, so welcome everyone that's joining us on those different media platforms. Why should you guys listen to anything that I'm going to share with you here today on these live streams and live streams going forward? Guys, I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. Okay, I was taught by professional traders. I started my trading career working for a fund in New York City right out of college, 2007. And then 2008 happened, which was the great stock market crash and subprime mortgage disaster and the Great Recession. But it was actually in 2008 that I went on to receive one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Okay, but that was not before. I was not able to touch $1 of their money before I first went through an intensive training program and went through their curriculum that kind of set me on the path to become the trader that I am here now today. And that is exactly what True Trading Group's platform is based on. The professional education, having access to the top trading tools, and being part of a community of like-minded people. That is what ensured that I became the trader that I am here now today, and that is what the entire TG platform is based on. So listen up, folks. Tonight, we're starting this live stream off with like a 15, 20-minute Q&A. We're going to allow for some time for some people to log on. Then I'm bringing on a guest with me here tonight. Matt Kohrs is going to be joining me again later tonight to talk about AMC. I had Matt on the live stream last week, and we were talking shop about AMC. It was a lot of fun. We had some really great dialogue. Obviously, it's something that I get a million questions about. You know, Matt gets a million questions about. And we both kind of, approach or have a different view and different insight and different perspective really from that trade, from like a technical standpoint versus like the Ape Nation social media movement. And from that standpoint, and we had a really great conversation last week about AMC. So much so we're bringing Matt back on tonight. I'm excited to kind of talk shop with him again about AMC. Then I'm going to be going over with you guys the overall markets and what's my plan coming into this week. We had a pretty nasty day on Friday. Okay, the overall markets, we had a big down day on Friday. We had a big gap down because of some comments from Fed President Bullard, who is the St. Louis Fed. He had some comments, some hawkish comments came out of him on Friday morning, and that gave us a big gap down in the overall markets. We continued lower intraday, and then after hours, we actually extended even further to the downside. So we're going to talk about the futures market. What are the S&P futures doing right now? And what do I think the market's going to do? Is this the beginning of a much deeper pullback and a much deeper sell-off in the markets? Or is this a viable dip? We're going to talk about that here on this live stream. And we're even going to be talking about some crypto a little bit, Bitcoin trading lower. I'm going to talk to you guys about where I think I'm going to see some opportunity, how I plan on making money here this week. All right, so guys, let's get things started. Let's jump right into it. I want to get things started here with a Q&A. So go ahead, start typing your questions right in chat. Don't be shy. Don't feel like you've got a stupid question. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Okay, if you've got a question, somebody else on here has it. I've been doing this for about 17 years now, but I also had a day one also. You ask questions, that is how you learn. I'm literally sitting here telling you, ask me anything. So go ahead, guys, start typing your questions right in chat, and let's begin that Q&A. Honest opinion about Webull, I have no issues with Webull. I have no issues with Webull. I think Webull is perfectly fine for, especially for some beginner traders. You know, I'm a big fan though for beginners like E-Trade, Thinkorswim, Charles Schwab. I think is really good for beginners. I have no issues with Webull whatsoever. The only platform I really dislike is Robinhood. You know, I just don't think that Robinhood, you know, offers anywhere near the support, the tech, the tools, the resources, the fills. You know, I just think that they are an inferior product to some of the other brokerage firms that are out there. A lot of people like it because they kind of gamify trading, like they turn it into like a game. But when push comes to shove, I don't think that their platform is as good as the others. They don't offer as much. They don't have as many tools. And, you know, Robinhood was great when they were the only firm out there that offered zero commission trading. Now they all do. So I don't see a reason to be in Robinhood, but Webull I think is perfectly fine. 17 years, you're like, I wish I was 28, man. I'm 36. I'm 36 years old. I wish I was 28. I wish I was 28. It was like my prime. Hey, Mike, first day, I don't have to type 1 for not being a member. Yes, excited to be in, bro. Let's make some money. Brooks Hamilton, welcome, my man. Brooks, welcome to the TGG family. A new member, Brooks, welcome, man. I look forward to trading with you, brother. Roughly how many subscribers do you have in TGG? Chris, we've got about 6,500 members in True Trading Group. About 6,500 members in True Trading Group right now. Hey, my portfolio is less than 50K. Would it be worth it to take? Oh my God, Cart. Yes. Are you kidding me? Cart, 50K. That's actually a sizable account for someone to start off trading with. The majority of TTG members are actually kind of start small. You know, it's a huge common misconception that you have to have tens of thousands of dollars in order to make money in the markets. You don't. That's totally, completely not true. There are, yes, if you have less than 25K on a margin account, you'll be bound by PDT rule, which for those that don't know, PDT rule means you can only make 3 day trades. 3 day trades. A day trade is you buy today, you sell today. You can only do that 3 times in a rolling 5-day period. Okay. All right. So that's kind of, you know, that's what it's a big common misconception for people. The majority of our members actually have started with something like $500, you know, $1,000, $300, $800, $2,000. You know, if you're talking, you have less than 50K in your account. I mean, brother, you're good. You're good. You've got, there's really not much that you're not going to be able to do with a $50,000 margin account. You know, there's not much that you're not going to be able to do. So it's absolutely worth it if you could take a TGG subscription with an account that size. It also doesn't matter if you've got a $500,000 account or a $500 account. There's something for you in True Trading Group, my man. Will airlines bounce back? I have a setup on jets and think it's ready to bounce up. Yes, Scott Judy, I still own my airlines. I'm not selling them yet. I do plan on selling them as we get closer to the end of the year. The reason why I do plan on selling towards the end of the year, I think the airlines are going to get like one more nice little jolt around the holidays because I think there's going to be such pent up demand for leisure travel with so many people. You already have to realize that like around Thanksgiving and then once you go into the holidays, the end of the year, that's the busiest travel time of the entire year on a regular year. Okay, that's the most amount of travel, most amount of airline tickets that get sold. So last year, you have to realize that all those people that normally travel to go see their friends and family around Thanksgiving and around the holidays, they didn't do that last year. Okay, so you have a lot of families and a lot of friends that usually see each other that didn't. So I think that you're going to see a massive, I think you're going to get the highest number of airline travelers in November and December that we've ever had in history. I think it's going to be a record-breaking month or a 30-day period for the airline industry. Now, I think that gives you one more jolt. And that's when I do plan on selling. The airlines. I think that you're going to have a lot of travel this summer. I think actually the airlines are actually going to put up some pretty good numbers. Now, obviously the airlines have kind of pulled back a little bit, but not after having a huge rally over the last several months. The only thing that is working, that's going on kind of on a bigger macro scale, that's working against the airlines from a fundamental standpoint is oil. I still am bullish on oil. I still think oil is going to go higher as we get into the end of the year. In December 2020, I did a live stream last year, December, and I told you that energy, old school energy, oil was my number one sector pick for 2021. I was in Chevron, in Occidental Petroleum, Marathon. I'm still in those names. I have not sold them yet. I'm up, triple digits on all of those positions, and I do not plan on selling them yet. I still do think oil goes higher. That is the one thing that's kind of, from a fundamental standpoint, that's acting against the airlines. But I have not sold my airlines yet, but I will be doing it within the next few months. Thoughts on a tie and TRCH? I like a tie for the next couple of weeks to couple months. I actually think a tie is going to do pretty well. Jason Spatafora, who's one of our moderators and partners of True Trading Group, he is long a tie sciences. A tie sciences just went public on Friday. They are in the the psychedelic industry, kind of treating mental illness, and I actually am pretty bullish on that sector overall. And a tie Life Sciences actually came out with a pretty small float to the public markets. A little bit of a volatile opening IPO kind of session, but it is a stock that's actually on my watch list for tomorrow. I think it's very possible you can see a tie Life Sciences push up into the low to mid 20s tomorrow. It's going to be one of the stocks that's going to be on my watch list tomorrow morning, and it's very, very possible that I'll be making a trade in ATAI tomorrow. If that stock gets over 20, if that gets over 20 tomorrow, let's say we come into the markets tomorrow morning, let's say a tie Life Sciences is at 20.75 or 21 tomorrow morning pre-market, I'm probably going to be a buyer of that and look for the stock to push to 23, 24, 25 this week. TRCH, TRCH, I think actually does have potential for a squeeze too. So I don't have a position in TRCH. I've traded it a couple of times in the last about week or so. I've kind of been in and out of that stock a couple of times. That's another one that still remains on my list. Let me actually pull up a chart for you guys real quick on TRCH, because I actually want to show you a very key level at 675. That is a very, very important level for TRCH. I think this is a fantastic looking chart right now on the daily. Let's pull this up. Okay, so here's your TRCH. I love this candle that got put in on Friday. I do wish the volume was a little heavier on Friday, but nonetheless, this is a very strong candle. But what I want you to be fixated on right now is 675. Why is this such a key level? Well, not only was that the high of the day on Friday, that was also the high of the day on Wednesday. But you're like, okay, possible double top, right? Much bigger things going on here at 675. I'm going to switch to, I'm going to pan this all the way out as far as I can go. I'm going to go to a weekly chart. And now I'm going to zoom this further in. And now what do you see all the way back here? Now, as you see all the way back here, back in late 2013, look at that resistance at 675. So now you've got major resistance at 675 dating all the way back to 2013. And then as I go back to the daily chart and we kind of zoom this in, also now double top, okay, for us last week at 675. Watch for TRCH tomorrow, and I'm literally meaning tomorrow. Watch for TRCH to be gap above 675. If TRCH gaps above 675, I think you've got a clean squeeze to $8-9. So a tie. It's funny you asked me this, Manal Sheth. It's funny you asked me about these two tickers because both of these tickers are right at the top of my watch list come tomorrow. And it's extremely possible that a huge chunk of the money that I might pull out of the markets tomorrow are going to be made in these two names. If you're interested in either one of these ticker symbols, you got to make sure you get your butts in chat with me. I'll walk you through my entire trade. I'll tell you, I'm going to come on the microphone like I'm talking to you now, and I will say, hey, Manal, I'm buying ATAI right here, guys, $20.80. I'm going to be a buyer, stop loss around 1975. I'll come on and say, guys, TRCH, I'm a buyer right here, 705, before I actually enter the trade. Then once I actually enter the trade, you know that you'll get the push notification. You'll get the push notification to let you know that my trade has actually executed in chat. So if you're interested in either one of these two tickers, guys, make sure you get your butts in chat tomorrow. Like, why is it when you show your charts, you make it look so easy to trade? And when I see mine, they never look as good to trade. Is it just a fear of making a move? Thomas, that's probably a combination of things, man. That's probably a combination of things because you have to also realize, Thomas, that I've been looking at charts for 17 years. So, when I look at a chart, I can show you support levels, resistance levels. I can show you chart patterns like that. Okay. But that's no different than, a chemist. A chemist can show you the chemical breakdown of, some type of drug or medicine. And, or you can look at like the periodic table, or you can look at and notice something just like that, or be able to identify something just like that because you've been looking at it for 17 years versus it would take me an hour to maybe realize that I'm looking at something, that's salt. Okay. It's just, I've been looking at them for so many years. So I should be able to make these charts or identify these setups faster than you. That's normal. But the longer that you do this, the easier that'll become for you to identify these patterns. And I think that, when I see something, I can label it on the chart very, very quickly. The reason why your charts might not look as good to trade, you might not be able to absorb the entire setup just yet. So when you're looking at something, you might see a resistance level, but not notice something else that's bullish about the chart, or maybe you're only maybe reading, half of the setup, and that's why maybe it doesn't look as good to you. But that's something that over time you'll start to develop that a little bit better, and it'll be a lot easier for you. So just keep working on it, keep going through the courses, repetition, repetition, repetition. The more you look at charts, the easier it's going to be for you to identify the setups. ORPH. Oh, no way, man. Oh, no way, Jared. Get far away from that company. Guys, they were just denied. They were just denied by the FDA. The FDA just denied one of their drugs. So I would stay very far away from ORPH for the time being until the company comes out with some type of news or some type of update around, an FDA trial or some other kind of drug. How do I find good stocks to trade? Well, one of the things that's a big help for me and is a big help for all of our THD members is included with your membership in True Trading Group for free. You don't pay extra for it. It's included in your membership, is a Trade Ideas scanner. So we have a Trade Ideas scanner that streams live to our members all day during the day that will show you stocks that are making new highs, your leading gainers on the day, like your top gainers on the day. It'll show you stocks that have unusual volume surges. And it breaks it down and separates it from small caps, mid caps, and large caps. So whatever, sector or whatever, market cap type of stock that you're interested in. It breaks it down for you. So that's a huge help in identifying what are the best stocks for you to be trading. So I'll use that scanner to tell me what stocks are in play. And then I pull up the charts of those stocks and I go through my analysis, just like I do, like I was just doing with you with TRCH. I go through my analysis, identify support, resistance. I use my technical indicators that I go through and I teach all my members, and we identify chart patterns that way. So that Trade Idea scanner is a huge, 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 huge factor of how I go about finding stocks to trade. I wish I knew about this earlier. I have TV, Benzinga, and all these other expensive subscriptions. I wish I had joined you earlier. Yeah, Alondra Torres, I know, it's crazy. A lot of these services are very, very expensive. So included in our membership is actually a Benzinga news feed, a real-time news feed from Benzinga, Trading Views charting software, ETNA's trade simulator, the Trade Ideas scanner, and Quote Media's full book and full depth market maker level 2 and options data. All of those tools are included free with your membership. If you paid for all those services outside of True Trading Group, if you just bought them on your own, you're paying around $4,000 a year for all of those services. They're all included free with your membership. WKHS is heavily shorted with possible squeeze prospect. I don't think so. I know WKHS has been being talked about on. I know it's been being talked about on social media a lot lately. I'm just a little skeptical on some of these EV makers. Like you had, a disaster of the last couple of weeks with Lordstown Motors. WKHS had their own issues with the UPS contract that they were supposed to get. I know there's a heavy short position on it, but guys, just please do not just get sucked into the mindset that every single stock that has a high short position is going to squeeze, because that's not true. Okay. AMC, GameStop, those are anomalies. Those are not, those are very, 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 very unique situations. So, just looking for stocks with a high short percentage is not a good trading strategy or not a good investing strategy. So just because it's got a high short percentage on it, I'd be just a little careful just buying and holding on to something like that, just waiting for a squeeze. Guys, listen, there's a lot of people right now that are asking about a membership and how much it is to join. I'll talk about that later on. Right now, I just want to focus on the content and the value of this live stream. Trust me, we'll get into the membership and all that later. But for now, let's focus on the substance for now and some information, some education that can really help some people make money in the markets. All right. So, with that being said, I think what we can do, I think that's good enough of a Q&A, I think, for now, guys. I think that's a good enough of a Q&A for now. What we'll do now is I'll kind of, if my guest is ready, I'll go ahead and I'll start to bring on my guest here so we can start to talk some shop. So without any, let me see, are we ready? Let me see if my guest is ready. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Awesome. Perfect. All right, guys. So what I want to do now, I want to welcome everyone or everyone that's on the TG live stream. Everyone give a big warm welcome to my boy, Matt Kohrs, social media and YouTube creator and leading voice of Ape Nation. Matt, what's going on, brother?
Hey, I'm just excited for the final trading week of June coming up. Very, very excited. This whole thing is just so wild. And every week I'm like, we can't go much more off the rails. And then at the end of the week, I'm like, oh no, we could. Like, here we are again.
It's like, this is one of those situations where it's like, you literally can never say never.
Yeah.
It's like just when something gets crazy, you're like, I can't get any more crazy than this, right? Can it?
Yeah.
1 week later, it gets crazier.
Yeah. I was just for this upcoming week, the hot topic is the new NSCC rule 002, like relating to margin requirements. Instead of doing like a monthly check, it's intraday, and there's like a decent shot that could be approved. So anyone listening right now, it could go into effect tomorrow, probably Tuesday, but we should ideally get approval, denial, or some sort of an extension idea tomorrow. So I don't know. There could be some fireworks, but you never know with this thing. I think it's one of those things that whenever we expect it, nothing happens. And then when things are quiet, we're all just sitting around. And then all of a sudden there's a huge volume spike. The candles are moving, everything's firing. So
yeah,
I don't know. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah. Dude, honestly, Matt, if you actually, it's funny because it's funny that was one of the topics I was going to talk to you about. If you can maybe just talk a little bit about what you were talking about, the margin requirements, about what that means, what might be happening this week. And if it passes, what does that mean for traders, especially those that are in AMC and GameStop and all, those high margin requirement type of stocks, like what that would mean for them? If you could just, for those people that maybe are new or maybe aren't familiar with kind of what's going on.
Okay, yeah, to give you a quick 2-minute rundown. So basically there's a lot of rules always being discussed, voted on, yada, yada, yada. But for the sake of this, let's focus on 3 different rules. The first one, well, kind of 2 of them go together. They piggyback off of each other. The first one is referred to as 801, and that's just because that's like the end of its number. So 801 was passed a while ago. That's in effect, and it relates to secondary liquidity deposits, SLDs. And basically, it's just a fancy way to say, hey, like we need more collateral. So the way you and I could get margin called, so can hedge funds. Our broker can be like, hey, your position's a bit precarious. Like we need more money. They do. Prime brokers do that to hedge funds. So that relates to 801. And then 002, piggybacking off of it. And why I'm saying piggybacking is because 002 needs to get passed. So 801 also gets passed. Like it's either all or nothing for these two. 002 is going to be voted on tomorrow, approved, denied, or extended. And what it relates to is just more of this collateral, because as of now, the way our system works is like the fancy term are these members, but really that's just hedge funds. So what they can do is basically, I believe it's the top 30 identified as like the most risky members. They get their books get checked once a month of like how much of a risk are they presenting to the system. That's our current system. 801, 002 together means all of them can get checked even on an intraday basis. No more monthly checks, but like every single day, what's going on. If it gets too, I guess, like precarious, as I'm saying, they can demand more money or they're going to get margin called if it's too big of a risk. So as in pony up the cash or cut your position. Usually when these things get approved, it's one of those things that can go into effect in 10 days, like within 10 days. But there's a different rule. This is the third rule I was talking about, 006, which was passed about a month ago. And now upon approval and filing, it can go into immediate effect, which means that there is a certain situation in which if 002 is approved tomorrow, it could be in effect as early as Tuesday, June 22nd. But it's not an exact thing because another fancy acronym, the DTCC, the clearing corp, the people, they just work in the back end and they clear all of our trades. Basically, the vice president of that, he came out with like some, I guess, like gray area comments, basically saying like, oh, like, no, it's still within the 10 days. And everyone's like, yeah, but what about Rule 6 where it means it goes into effect? And he kind of like shrugged his shoulders. So I don't want everyone's hopes to get jacked up for Tuesday. Is there a possibility it could go into effect on Tuesday? Yes. If approved, is there still some sort of statistical chance that they could use a loophole and it takes 10 days? Yeah, I don't think that's likely, but I just don't want everyone. If you're talking about AMC or GME, from January until now, at no point in time has someone been like, this is the date something's going to happen and got it right. So please don't get your expectations being like, it has to happen this day and we're going to explode or it's going to fail. Don't do that, because it's one of those things that if everyone expects it, they front run it, and then inherently they already changed the impact of it. So it's just, there could be very, very good news tomorrow, but it's not guaranteed, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And it all just relates to margin calls.
Yeah, that's a really, really, really good point, because that is the systemic depth of what is going on with some of these plays, like how it actually has impact in other places of the market. It's like all of this margin, all this leverage from all of these hedge funds, and especially like you and I had a conversation last week about, naked shorting, and I kind of, and this is why I was actually going to talk to you about this topic, about these rules, because do you think that this is a little bit of a, like, kind of looking under the hood a little bit and a little bit of foreshadowing? Because like, why is it a coincidence that all of a sudden we're starting to talk about these rules right now? Or do you think that there's kind of a whispers amongst kind of the regulators and the powers that be that it's possible that we could have another situation where you have so many of these funds that either have, ridiculous leverage on some of these positions, or that are that have these naked short positions, and the prime brokers are now getting concerned, because you look at what happened going back to the Viacom situation with like that whole big blow up with all the prime brokers, and they were all your major prime brokers were involved in that Viacom disaster. Mm-hmm. I'm just wondering if people are looking at the situation that you have right now with AMC and saying, we can't let this happen again. Maybe now we got to implement this rule, and that could be kind of, hey, we're a little concerned about how leveraged and how short some of these companies maybe are, and that's why, hey, we got to get this rule out there so that we can protect the system, which would eventually, by protecting the system, you're eventually going to screw all the hedge funds that are short. And then that's where people are kind of getting real excited, because, hey, if this passes, they're either going to cover some of their position to reduce the margin, or they're going to have to come up with a ton more cash to continue to carry those positions. So yeah, it definitely could be a pretty big catalyst that a lot of people, and I got to commend you, Matt, for talking about that kind of stuff and sharing that information with the YouTube community, because your regular person would not even know that this was going on. And I think this is why so many people, come and look towards you and look for just, people on YouTube to kind of be able to share this information with them and kind of level the playing field for the little guy and make sure that they know what's going on and what are some of the catalysts that could be moving stocks right now. So I think that this could be really interesting what happens here the next couple of days.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. I mean, in certain ways, this entire thing of like, it's become like, how are we defining success? Like, it's one thing for us to say like the stock going to the moon, but like when you get into the numbers, especially of stock, it's like, okay, like what are you doing to win? Like, what is your definition of winning? And I guess with this, like, I would actually say this is like a notch of like, right now, this entire thing that was like definitely prompted because of GameStop at the end of January, like we are seeing new rules that are good for the system. It's not just good for AMC, Jamie, it's good for the stock market. Yep. I argue this is like how a responsible stock market should run. And if I were to sum up all of the rules that are going on right now, I would say the ethos of it is, if basically everything hits the fan, will the system itself be protected? And I think that's what all these rules are, like little different aspects of it, because they saw how like things crazy got with GameStop. We know like just hedge funds were blowing up. It's like, I think for them, they're like, wow, like we didn't have the protection. It wasn't like, at a very deep level, when people learn more about the stock market, for various reasons, you learn that it's a very fancy house of cards because it runs on human perception. Right now, if we wanted to, if we agreed tomorrow that Wall Street or Walmart was worth $1, it could happen. If humanity at large is like, this is what we're going to buy and sell Walmart for, that would literally play out that way. It doesn't have to be pegged to revenue. It doesn't have to be pegged to like price and earnings or anything like that. And that can be like disconcerting because there's so much money in this system at large.
Look at crypto. Yeah. You can same thing with crypto.
It's just like a giant philosophical question of what is value. And right now, when you have crazy things, and when we're saying, no, we could make AMC more valued or GME more valued if, I don't know, let's say a bunch of shorts are trapped and they have to buy and it goes up and its perceived value goes higher and higher and higher. The more people that realize how this system is run and the game of it, I think the SEC is doing things of like, okay, like that is free market, and they're just putting in good rules to help protect the market. So like I commend them, and you have to understand with the SEC, like it can't be the fastest moving organization. Like they have all these fancy schmancy lawyers with like titles galore, and they have to look it over and argue it back and forth. But I do believe, I don't know, I see it a little bit in my stream of questioning Gary Gensler of like, is he? I think he's on our side. I think he's on the side of market fairness. I truly, truly do. And maybe that's a bit naive of me, but some of his comments, the quotes, and overall where it seems like the rules are trying to get in place, I do at the end of the day think it protects like my wallet, my account, your account. So I'm hoping 002 gets passed tomorrow, because I think it's just another little baby step in the right direction. And this stuff takes time, but at least we're heading in the right direction.
I agree, man. I agree 100%. I feel like it's kind of similar to, on a smaller scale, but it's similar to the changes that were made to the requirements as far as liquidity for the banks, like after '08 and like the stress tests and everything that were put in place. It's like after that, it was like you went from banks, but now you're talking just, hedge funds. It was, hedge funds, they all got blown up. It actually had, effects in other areas of the markets because they were forced to sell other things to help meet these margin calls. And that disrupts the market in other ways. And I think you're right. I agree with you completely. And it's like, to see this happening, every single person that is part of this movement is affecting real change. Mm-hmm. People are listening. Like, the rules are being changed. And make no mistake about it, if it wasn't for like AMC and GameStop and this movement, you and I wouldn't be talking about these rules right now on June 20th, 2021. Never, not a chance in hell. This goes way beyond AMC and GameStop. But this movement in general, it's affecting real change. And you're seeing it play out right now when you're talking about implementing these new rules.
Yeah, I 100% agree with it. Circling back to a little thing you said, I was trying to wrap my head around this. So I know in the last week, we heard about the Fed, they're talking about inflation, and you could just see it in the reverse repos. For those of you who this is like, why is this duck guy talking about reverse repos? Basically, the Federal Reserve, the people who like willy-nilly create money out of thin air, they're trying to take money out of the system right now because they put so much of it into 2020 to keep things going. They put a lot of new money in to keep things going. They're trying to take it out now, and it does relate to interest rates, inflation, blah, blah, blah. But with the comments they've recently made, it does put downward pressure on the overall market. When I refer to the overall market, I'm talking about the S&P 500, which is basically 500 of the biggest companies in the US. Right now, we see weakness in the market. And Mike, I have a question for you. Do you think that weakness in the overall market, just because of the risk tolerance that hedge funds are allowed, strengthens the argument of GME and AMC specifically?
Yes, I do. Because I think that you're going to have, I've actually, there's like this dichotomy that goes on in the markets, and I actually have talked to my members a lot about this when it comes to trading different areas of the market. So it's like, I trade everything. So like, I trade small caps, I trade mid caps, I trade large caps, I trade options, I trade everything. Mm-hmm. And what I have noticed over many, many years is that when you have, for example, the overall market, and like you said, when I talk overall market, guys, same thing. I'm referring to the S&P 500. I'm referring to the SPY specifically, which is the ETF that tracks the S&P 500, ticker symbol SPY. So when the SPY is moving around, and I'm talking like we're having like 6, 7, 8 point moves in the SPY, and there's that type of volatility in the overall market, typically the small cap area of the market is slower. And when I say small caps, I'm not talking the Russell 2000. I'm talking about, your $2, $3, $5 stocks, like the little biotech companies that gap up on news that have the small floats. Those stocks typically tend to slow down. And the reason why they slow down during that time is because traders like you and I, if I know that I can get a 7-point move in the SPY, that has my attention, that has my liquidity, that has my buying power. So you might take someone like myself, and I'm just one person, but you could be talking about if I'm not going to trade a small cap one day, you're talking potentially, with buy and sell, depending on the volatility, how much money I decide to put into the trade, you're talking 6 figures of liquidity that otherwise might be in that stock. And it's not, it's somewhere else. It's in options with the SPY, or it's in some other area of the market. And that lower liquidity results in less follow through in small caps. So typically when the markets are really flying around, small caps will be a little bit quieter. I think that works both ways. And, the like AMC and GameStop and like the meme stocks, I think these stocks they're in a world of their own. Just because the market goes down, I don't think that is necessarily going to pull GameStop and AMC down with it. They're not correlated. It's AMC is not part of the S&P 500. It's going to pull it down. Or, if the S&P is dropping, it's not like the same thing of like Apple and Amazon and some of these other companies that are going to get pulled down, with it, or vice versa. They're going down and the whole overall market gets pulled down with it. I think that you're going to see, if you have a real big shakeup in the overall market and there's a lot of question marks and people are concerned about, volatility in the overall market and we had a big down day on Friday. And I think that you might have traders that might normally be going after or trading some bigger things, that liquidity may flow into stocks like AMC and GameStop and be like, hey, if the markets are dying right now, and we're getting this slow bleed out in the market, I'm going to go put my money where the action is. And where else could you say the action is besides in the meme stocks and stocks like AMC with the moves that these things make? So I think that you could actually see, increase like that type of liquidity coming into stocks like that. I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing for stocks like AMC.
I was, and correct me if I'm wrong, I was kind of looking for your opinion on this. So my thought was, for those of you out there, most traders in this world are long. I think the split is roughly 90-10, 95-5, something like that. Like, it's actually kind of a rarity to short. Most are like long only. You just buy a stock that you believe in and you ride it up. So I was thinking about it like this. If there's a random hedge fund out there, for the sake of this conversation, let's just call it, I don't know, I'll make up a word, Citadel. So let's say we have this fake hedge fund, Citadel, that has all these long positions and a couple short positions, and they're allowed, the risk department allows them X percent of risk per day of like, okay, once you go down, if it drops below this, you have to really shave off some of your positions. Well, if they're losing money in the overall market, they're generic long positions. I'm talking Apple, Microsoft, Boeing, just these classic blue chip stocks, like that's eating some up their risk. And then you have this other position, let's say they're also short AMC. Well, if their risk is already getting tapped out on their classic long investments, that gives them less risk on AMC. And then you might also have certain rules that the SEC might pass relating to margin requirements. I feel like it's potentially, and I'm not guaranteeing anything, potentially an interesting scenario where if the market goes down and that eats up their total book risk, and then AMC also starts going up, they have less risk, and it actually means the price level at which they would hit the eject button is almost like lower. So I was like, that could be an interesting way to look at it, because like it's literally just the risk is being eaten up by other things on their book, and they can't swing a tenuous AMC short or something like that. But like, is that how they look at it? Of like, you have a complete book risk, and like once things get haywire.
Yes.
So
that's a really, 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 really great way to think about it. And a great question. And typically what you'll see, when a fund is measuring risk and they're doing risk analysis, you'll have individual position risk, but as a whole, you need to maintain. You'll have risk officers that will literally just continuously maintain risk on the fund overall with all of their positions. So if the market as a whole, if volatility increases in the market overall, okay, increasing volatility is going to automatically increase their risk level on all of their positions. Because if, like you mentioned Boeing, if Boeing typically moves $2 or $3 in any given day, that the risk score on that position is going to be pretty low. But if Boeing all of a sudden starts moving $6, $7, $8 in a single day, that starts to increase the risk score on that position overall. Now you look at all those long positions. If all those long positions start to increase risk, if as a fund, if your risk officer says, hey guys, we are outside of our threshold when it comes to risk, we need to tighten up. Funds are going to start at that point to say, where are we most like open? Where are we most like susceptible? It's going to be the short positions, because short positions, you have endless risk. Okay. Yeah. If you're losing money on Boeing, Boeing's not going to zero. Okay. You'll be able to put almost a ceiling on the risk on that position. But if you're short something like AMC, or something like if you were short GameStop, back when everything went to 400, you have no idea where your ceiling of risk is. Yeah. Tomorrow AMC can go to 75, then it can go to 100, then it can go to 150. You have no idea where your risk is way more than 100%. Yeah. Look again, people shorted GameStop in the 20s and 30s. Do you think that they thought their risk was to 400? Of course not. But that's the risk you take shorting. So if you have situations like that where risk starts to increase on long positions and a fund says, I've got to reduce my risk, the first place they're going to do it, they're not going to look to start to sell longs to reduce risk. They're going to look to start to cover shorts. Now you add that in with the potential of them being forced with the margin requirements that you're talking about, with the different rules that we just talked about. And yes, again, not guaranteeing anything, but those two things could be a major catalyst that kind of gives you a pretty active next couple of days or next couple of trading weeks if those two things come together.
Yeah. I mean, so it seems to me like we're in a situation where there's very interesting pieces there, and I just want to see how it all comes together. Because like it's there, and obviously like we don't know how it's going to play out. Because like at a certain point, if it does fall, that it's like it's a race against time. Because like are certain hedge funds going to cut their shorts? While we know huge hedge funds, Vanguard, BlackRock are long. Well, we want the hedge funds to cover before BlackRock and Vanguard are like, okay, like we're happy with our profits on this. So like there's multiple things. Like this stock market at large is one of the most complex multivariate equations that changes from nanosecond to nanosecond now because of high frequency trading. So it'll be interesting how it all comes together, especially with that downward pressure on the overall market. Yeah. But we'll see how this plays out. It's every week's interesting, but I want to see how the rule goes with 002, the downward pressure on the market, and to see just really what's going on with AMC. Because over the past week and a half, the short interest has just been trending upward, which makes me feel like a crazy person. Because I'm just this is like, have they not learned their lesson here? Like what?
I just like why? Just it's like they haven't. No, the answer is they haven't learned their lesson. That is the answer. The answer is they haven't learned their lesson. They can't help themselves, and I feel like for some of them, I feel like it's like they refuse to. I think some of them, they don't like the fact that the little guy has power. I think that some of them don't like it. I think as passionate as the people that are part of this movement are, I think there's people on the other side that are equally as passionate against it. And I think, and it's like there's a real war going on, with this. And it's just like it's so incredible to see it play out. It's like it really is. And like that weakness and everything in the markets is something that I'm actually going to be talking about later on this live stream, even once you and I are kind of done talking shop. It's something that I think is going to be really interesting. And I also do want to point out like that, I really enjoy, these conversations with you about the markets and about AMC. It's like, because you're a real trader, you are a real trader. This isn't just, like you and I can have a real conversation that's not just solely based on hype, like it's like I can have conversations with you that like, I obviously know, like, your shit. It's like you and I can kind of talk about these things, and we can have different perspectives and ask different questions and talk about things that a lot of people might not even know about. It's like I see so many people, especially on social media, that they come on and it's just like they're just like hype without any real substance behind it. They're just like all about the hype. But I love having conversations that where we can really dive into like the real why and the real market fundamentals and what's going on behind the scenes, and why, these stocks like an AMC or some of these meme stocks can actually, have the moves that they made. Like, how is it possible that GameStop can go to 450? How is it possible that AMC could break 100? Like, how is that actually possible? There's a lot more going on than just, hey, a bunch of people read about it on social media and are going to buy the stock. It's way, 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 way more complex and way bigger than that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess to just reiterate what you said is like, man, I guess I get some of my perception within this community, and like I've just said it time and time again. Like, yes, I will like pull up articles and point out how it's FUD and just inaccurate and like whatever they're saying, and like we see a lot of it, especially with like just like kind of, I don't know, talking about dilution when we know it's like not happening. Like we saw that a lot like a month ago. But as equally bad as that is, so is confirmation bias. Like for us to possibly be successful in this movement, we all have to be on the exact same page of reality. I truly believe the negativity and the FUD that is just overstating like whatever, like you pick out your favorite fundamental fundamental analysts talking about AMC, they'll be trying to drive it down. But on the other side, we can't be living in la la land either. Like, we have to be right there all together on the exact same page. And that's how we like are going to be successful in this. And like, also moving forward, if you're listening right now in your career of AMC, Jimmy, way beyond that, you are successful not to be the optimist or the pessimist. You got to be the realist in the group. That is trading. You have to be willing to admit when you're wrong, look for when you're right. Like, you can't, man, it's one of those games that, like, as much as this is emotionally driven, a successful trader, yeah, they almost like they're devoid of emotion. Like, if you like, and this is my best example of it. If you look at anything Roaring Kitty, Deep F and Value, like said in the SEC, any of that stuff, the dude is stone cold. And to me, that's actually a trader, because like emotion never got in the way. The dude diamond handed 50,000 into 40 million. Like, you don't just sit there like jacked up. Like, he's just like, he's so stone cold. And we saw that in the SEC hearing. He sat there with a cat poster. He was making fun of the government. Like, it was a national hearing, and he had a hang in there thing. And he's just like, and for me, I like this stock. Like, the dude's blood pressure, like, is always perfect. Like, he never does anything. Heart rate 60, and he's like swinging millions. Like, and that just kind of shows like the mentality you almost have to be. And I know you hear it a lot of like in trading, you have to be a sniper. And a lot of people like look forward of like, oh, wait for that perfect opportunity. But I think the analogy goes beyond that of like, you're calm, cool, collected in any situation. You're just sitting there. You don't get overly excited, but you also don't get like, I guess, overly sad or angry. Like, you're sitting there and taking in the situation for like what it truly is.
Yeah. Very well said, man. Awesome. Really, really awesome. Well, listen, everybody that's here, that's on the live, guys, make sure that you stick around the live, because we're going to be getting into the overall markets. I'm going to talk to you guys about the SPY. We'll go over crypto. I'm going to tell you about, how I plan on making money this week. There's a couple of individual stocks that are on my list too as well. Of course, AMC. I'm still long AMC. Everyone that's on here, full disclosure, I believe Matt and I, we are both long AMC.
Yep, full disclosure.
Right, we are both, full disclosure, we are both long AMC. Matt, my man, bro, I really gotta, thanks for coming on again. I really enjoy our conversations and, joining me on a Sunday night. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming on. The TeachD fam on the YouTube channel, they all appreciate it. Guys, if you have not done so already, make sure you guys go ahead and follow Matt on YouTube. Go subscribe to his channel. He's always doing lives and sharing with you guys information. And I think that that's kind of where I'll kind of finish things off. Like, right on top of what you said, Matt, it's information. It's getting information, getting the right information. And that is why, my friend, you and I have a very important job and a very influential job. And a lot of people, look towards these networks and these channels to get their information so they know what's going on. And that's something that you continue to do for your community. We continue to do that for ours. And I'm glad that we're able to kind of bring our communities together for a little bit for a good cause here, and to talk shop and educate as many people as we can. So it was a blast, bro. Thanks a lot for joining me again today.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And I'm sure we'll be doing this again soon. But to everyone listening, best of luck. And let's just see if we can crush it this week.
Yeah, man. Awesome. Good luck this week, brother. We'll talk.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a good one.
Man. Take care. Awesome, man. Guys, I got to tell you, another really good combo. It's like, these are, a lot of information to kind of digest there with what's going on with some of the new rules that are going to be implemented, and the shakeup in the overall markets. I mean, this could be a very, very interesting week, a very, very interesting week. So, I want to go into right now, like I said, if you guys, enjoyed kind of the AMC talk, stick around, don't go anywhere. I'm going to be covering the overall markets. All right, we're going to be going over the overall markets. We had a pretty big sell-off on Friday. I'm going to talk to you guys about what went on there. I'm going to talk to you about where I think the markets are going to be going here this week. And then I will touch a little bit on crypto. Crypto has really weakened out. The crypto has kind of weakened out over the weekend. You saw Bitcoin back to 35,000. Right, you saw Bitcoin back to 35,000. So, I'm going to pull up Bitcoin. We'll talk about that. There's a lot of people in here that I get questions constantly about, Bitcoin. I get questions constantly about Doge and, Ethereum. So, I'll talk about that there for you guys as well. So what I would like to do right now is, let's go over, here we go. Yeah. 2 parts. What I would like to do right now is I would actually like to see how many people that are on the live stream right now, how many of you are either not a member of TTG or this is your very first live stream. If this is your very first live stream or you're not a member, go ahead and type the number 1 in chat right now. All right, here we go. A lot of first timers. Look at this. I love it. We got Chris Tebeyu, Kevin Vega, Rick D, Michael Scott, Senti, Mike Simoniak. We got Pratik, Mike Owen. We got Tea Leaf, Rainbow Iraq, Serge Moss, Michael Scott, Jake Spiro, Desert Raider, Corin Tree, Joseph Victorias, XO5, Aaron Crom, Jerry Jaquez, Father Guido, Gary Scarface, Green Cupcake, Dale Carney, Brickfist Pow, Jared H, Patrick, The Jaden Club, Dawn Dosky, Matthew Casella, Joey Ranch, Gaming Bros. I love it. I love it. Awesome. Beautiful. Welcome. Everyone here that's here for the first time, guys, seriously, welcome all of you. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Guys, again, a couple people that are asking about the membership. Guys, I will talk to you about memberships later on the live. There's still a lot of information I want to get into. I want to talk about Bitcoin. All right. I want to talk about crypto. I want to talk about the overall markets and tell you guys what it is that that I'm looking at. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do here right now, guys. First, welcome everyone that's here for the first time. Welcome all of our new faces here. So what I would like to do is actually talk to you guys about. Let's get into crypto first. All right, I'm going to get into crypto first. There's a lot of people asking about memberships. Let's talk about crypto first. Then I'll give you. I'll briefly talk about memberships. Then I want to tell you about the overall markets and where I think the market's going to be going later this week and how I plan on making money from it. So, with that being said, without any further ado, let's actually go ahead and let's pull up some charts, all right? Because I want to talk to you guys here about Bitcoin. So let's go ahead. I'm going to share my screen with you. All right, let's do it. Okay, here's a chart of Bitcoin. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, I know we have a lot of people that are brand new here, but we've been all over this drop in crypto since about 56, 57,000. Okay. And I'm just going to recap for those that are, I know we have a lot of new people here. We're going to recap the setup that we had here in crypto. Okay. Bitcoin formed a picture perfect ascending wedge. This is an ascending wedge pattern. All right. Once we broke out of this ascending wedge, this is literally going all the way back to April. I was doing live streams telling you guys I'm bearish on Bitcoin, but bearish on Bitcoin ever since we broke out of that ascending wedge. And then when all hell really broke loose, guys, is really the drop below 42K. That was really when things got serious. That was when you knew Bitcoin was in trouble. For the near term, I'm talking about for right now, this is for active traders. This is not something I'm talking about for if you're a long-term investor in Bitcoin. But I get questions constantly. About, actively trading Bitcoin and everything. So I'm just going to talk to you guys about this real quick here. Now, the reason why I want to really point out to you this 42K level, and this is very important, is because you have a very, very major resistance level at 42. Okay, you can see we had prior resistance when you go all the way back there to January. Once we broke above it, it became support. And then when we broke beneath 42, you can see we have not been able to get back above 42. 42 is the absolute, that's your steel wall. That's your brick wall. That's all the resistance. If in order for Bitcoin to get back into a bull market, in order for Bitcoin right now is in bear market territory. In order for this thing to get back into a bull market and for it to really start to push back higher in price, it has to get over that $42,000 area. It has to. And it tried and failed a few days ago. Okay, now you can see that we have been unable to get back over this level. You can see we have tested this level now multiple times and have been unable to get back above it. What I think you're going to see now with regards to Bitcoin is some choppy action. You have a huge range in Bitcoin now. This is a channel. You've got major support around 28, 29,000. Call it 29,000. 29,000 major support, 42,000 major resistance. And you can see that we're just holding it. We're holding this channel to both sides. Look, as I zoom in, you guys can see that we are just going sideways. Bitcoin is just going sideways. Support down around 29, resistance up at 42. Now listen, if you're an active trader, you can do this all day long. The stock gets down to 32, buy it. The stock gets up to 42 or 40, sell it. Or Bitcoin, I should say. And you can trade this range, guys. You can trade this range until one of these levels breaks. You can trade this range until one of these levels break. They're both major levels. So when either one of these levels do break, you should get continuation to the other side. So if you get above 42, we should climb back into the 50s. You get below 29, we probably drop to 20, 22. Now, I think it's more realistic that Bitcoin drops back down towards 29, holds, and then continues to trade in this range, and then eventually breaks above 42. But I don't think it's going to break above 42 for quite some time. I think you're going to sit. I think Bitcoin is going to trade in this range and just kind of really just consolidate, and to a point where volatility really slows down and you almost get some stable price movements. You really get some stable price movements. Okay. So that's what I think you're going to get on Bitcoin. And I think Bitcoin is buyable down there in front of 29,000. And I think you can sell it up there in front of 42 and you can trade that range. That's what I think. Let's say you're a long-term holder of Bitcoin. Let's say you're a long-term investor in Bitcoin. You can trade a core and hold a core. So if you've got however many coins, whatever it is, okay, when Bitcoin drops down towards 29, you can buy more. It runs up towards 42. You can sell some, but you can hold a core. That's a trading strategy that actually one of our moderators, Jason, he implements all the time. He does it actually a lot in the cannabis stocks, like Curaleaf, Green Thumb, all those cannabis stocks. He holds a core and trades a core. I think you can do that in this trading range with Bitcoin. Okay. All right, guys. So that's what I'm looking at there on AMC. I mean, not AMC, Bitcoin, sorry. I'm so used to talking about AMC. We just talked about AMC for about 30 minutes or so. Really great conversation with Matt. You know, it was a pleasure having Matt back on the stream, guys. And trust me, we'll be having a lot more conversations about AMC. Again, I am long AMC, full disclosure. We'll be talking a lot more about AMC, guys, probably here coming up this week here as well. And I'll continue to update you guys with my position, obviously. Okay. So that's Bitcoin. That's what I think you guys can do there with Bitcoin. Now what I'll do real quick, let's just pull up Ethereum. We'll pull up Ethereum real quick. I get a lot of questions about Ethereum here as well. Similar type of setup with Ethereum. but not as clean of a channel. Your support level for Ethereum is around 1900, 1950. All right, 1900, 1950. That's going to be your major support level on Ethereum. If Ethereum breaks below 1900, your next major support level is going to be 1400, which you guys can see right there. Okay. Your resistance level on Ethereum, right there. Okay, so now Ethereum's channel, and again, I think you can do this, the same thing with Bitcoin. I think you can do this again with Ethereum. You can be a buyer in front of 1900 and you can be a seller in front of 2800. And I think you can play that range in Ethereum until one of these levels breaks. Because again, just like with Bitcoin, 29K support, 42K resistance, both major levels. Same thing here with Ethereum. 2800 major resistance, 1900 major support. You can trade this range. Okay, you can trade this range. All right, those are levels with Ethereum. And guys, draw these lines on your screen so you know they're there. You know, draw these lines on your screen so you know they're there, so you guys know how to react when the prices get to these levels. So you know, hey, do I want to be a buyer? Do I want to be a seller? Now let's pull up Dogecoin. Dogecoin is a different looking setup than Ethereum and Bitcoin. Okay. Ethereum and Bitcoin, I think, are trading a little bit more closer in correlation. Dogecoin's kind of all over the place. The thing that is a little concerning with Dogecoin, in my opinion, is a lack of trading volume. The last 2 weeks, the trading volume in Dogecoin has really died off. It's really died off. All right. And I think Doge is really kind of does its own thing. I think it has a mind of its own. I think Bitcoin or Ethereum, I think, will be a lot more closely correlated to Bitcoin. Dogecoin, not so much. Dogecoin's kind of doing its own thing. All right. But the lack of trading volume in Dogecoin on this pullback is not a sign of strength. It's actually a sign of weakness. So me talking to you as a technical trader, that's a sign of weakness. Okay, that's a sign of weakness. But what you also have here with Doge is a downtrend resistance line. Okay, this downtrend resistance line on Doge has been intact now for the last couple months. And you're coming up to what was a key level of support. You're coming up to what was a key level of support, guys. The mid-20s was key support for Dogecoin. You know, we bounced off this level multiple times. Multiple times we bounced. You can see right there, there's two tests and bounce off of that level just there. And then you also had this as well. You know, this is a pretty key level that we're coming up here on Dogecoin. And the fact that you have, you know, the fact that we got down to this level, which is where previously you had a lot of buyers at this level step in, as you can see in the last couple of months. You can see we got to this level, bang, you have this huge move. This level, bang, another big move back to the 40s. But now here we are. Just yesterday, we got all the way down to 25. We got down to 25 yesterday, and the volume really didn't pick up. So why is that concerning? Where's the buyers? Where's the buyers? Where's all the excitement that Dogecoin had a couple months ago? It's starting to die out. It's starting to die out. That trading volume is a sign of, you know, maybe some people have moved on. Maybe people are saying, hey, listen, what am I trading Dogecoin for? I'm going into AMC. You know, why am I sitting in Dogecoin in this, you know, during this little bit of a pullback? I don't know. I'm not sure what the reasoning is. But what I do, all I can know is what this chart is telling me, and this chart's telling me that volume has really, really, really died off on Dogecoin, and I actually think that that's a little bit of a sign of weakness. Okay, I'm not as confident in buying Dogecoin down here as I am confident in buying Ethereum and Bitcoin at those support levels. So again, support level on Doge, okay, is those mid to low 20s. Ethereum, 1900, Bitcoin, 29,000. I'm more confident buying in front of 1900 Ethereum and in front of 29K Bitcoin than I am buying in front of 23, 24 on Doge. I think the charts look better on Ethereum and Bitcoin. It's my personal opinion. Okay. All right, guys. So there's our little touch there on crypto. All right. There's a little touch there on crypto. All right. So there you have it, guys. There's a quick little run through right there for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Doge for all of our crypto traders that are out there that are asking me about them. There you guys have support and resistance levels. That's what you got to be looking for. And I don't expect wild movements in Bitcoin or crypto this week. I don't expect wild price movements. I expect these coins to continue to trade in the ranges that we've identified this week. I think Bitcoin, Ethereum, I think they all trade within the ranges that we just identified. Okay. So that wraps up the crypto outlook. Now we're going to be getting into the overall market. We had a big pullback, big sell-off day on Friday. Why? We're going to talk about that, what I think the markets are going to do here going forward. Okay. But before I do touch on the overall markets, I first want to, because there's been a bunch of people that have been asking about membership, and I wanted to save this kind of towards the end, but I'll give you guys just some quick info for those that are asking about the membership, and then we're going to get into the overall markets. Guys, listen up. True Trading Group. Okay, first, it's a platform. It's not just you are. And then when I'm done with this, at the end of the live stream, for those that are really interested, at the end of the live stream, I'll actually show you the platform. I'll show you guys what you actually will be getting as a member of TTG, but we'll do that after. Okay, but for those that wanted some information on it now, TTG is a platform. We're not just an alert service. You're not just paying money to get my trades. Okay, first and foremost, you guys have to understand that. It's a 1-year membership. It normally costs $2,212, but from now till midnight Pacific, this is your last chance to save 42%, which brings the price of your membership all the way down to just $1,282 for the entire year. That's just over $100 a month. And the next 30 people that sign up by midnight Pacific will be getting a brand new free Asus or HP laptop, Asus or Lenovo laptop we've got. Okay, Asus or Lenovo, no more HPs. All right, so the next 30 people are going to be getting a brand new either Asus or Lenovo laptop. We also cover the shipping, and yes, we do ship globally. We've got 30 laptops for tonight only. Okay, we have 30 laptops for tonight only. They are selling out fast. All right. So again, the next 30 people that sign up will be getting a 42% discount, and you'll be getting a brand new free laptop. Guys, there's no upsells in TTG. There's no add-ons. You pay one price, you get access to every single thing that we have. You get the entire 17-course curriculum, which is a simplified version of the education I received when I worked at the hedge fund in New York. That's where I learned how to trade. I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. All right, you get all of the curriculum. Beginner and advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, you name it, we've got it. It's all there for you in text and video format. You got Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed. All right, you get Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed. All right, which gives you live breaking to the second news alerts directly inside of chat. You get Quote Media's real-time level 1, real-time level 2, and options data. You get Trading Views charts, which is one of the most commonly used charting softwares by active traders. You also get ETNA's simulator, which lets you trade stocks and options with fake money, where you practice implementing what you learned in the courses. Guys, ETNA simulator, they're actually used by a lot of brokerage firms to train their new hires. So that ETNA simulator is yours. Use it, okay? Prove to yourself you can make money actively trading before you start putting your hard-earned money at risk. Then you get access to our chat room, which is unlike anything you've ever seen. It's not Discord. It's not Telegram or WhatsApp. Proprietary software. The moderators, it's me and 8 other moderators. You guys can see our screen during the day. We're live on the microphone talking to you throughout our trades. We're telling you when we're buying, when we're selling, before we actually do so on the microphone. And we're there live all day. We're trading the entire day. We're not gone after 2 hours. You'll have to fend for yourself. We're in the trenches with you guys all day. And we are currently sporting about an 83% win rate between me and the rest of the moderators in chat. Super proud of that win rate right now. The mods and myself trading very, very well. We also give you guys access to us. You can send us private messages and DM us during the day, ask us questions. We do live workshops every week. We do one-on-one mentor sessions. We do small private study groups. We've got our small account challenge that's going to be starting up here this month that actually has $100,000 in cash prizes for the small account challenge. That's going to be a lot of fun. And we do other fun stuff too. We do a lot of giveaways with our members. Like every time that we get 300 new members, we actually give away a brand new Tesla or $30,000 cash. It's up to the winner. The winner decides if they want the cash of the car. All you got to do is be a member of TTG. That's it. And your name is included in the raffle to get either the brand new Tesla or the 30K. So like I said, we have a lot of fun with our members. And like I said, all you got to do, guys, use the coupon code TTG121. Okay, TTG121. That'll get you the 42% discount on the membership, and it'll also get you a brand new free laptop if you're one of the first 30 people to sign up. You have to enter the coupon code and click apply code in order to get the discount. Okay, and then when you guys are in your checkout, if you see a laptop in your checkout window, that means that you are one of the 30. If you go to the checkout window and there is no laptop in the checkout window, that means that we have completely sold out of laptops. And last but not least, guys, I do offer a money back guarantee for anyone that joins the platform. That's how confident I am in the platform, the education that we provide, that if you sign up and you do not make your membership fee back, if you do not make $12.82, that's your price to sign up today. If you do not make that money back at least once during your membership, after you've completed the courses, passed the quizzes, and attended one private study group, if you do those three things and you really actually put an effort into learning how to trade and you still don't make your membership fee back at least once, I'll give you a full refund. That's how confident I am. The reality is 80% of our members have gone on to become successful, meaning they're making money, they're becoming better traders. Okay, that's why I'm confident enough to offer you guys that money back guarantee, because I see the success that my members are having. 80% of them are having success, and that is why I'm so confident to offer you that money back guarantee. So again, coupon code TTG121. That gets a 42% discount. You got to sign up before midnight tonight Pacific, and the price is actually going up after that point. So that $12.82 price point is gone after midnight tonight Pacific, and the next 30 people that use that code will be getting a brand new free laptop as well. All right. So there you have it, folks. That is for those people that were asking about the membership. Now, listen, I'll go over the platform later. Okay, I'll go over the platform later for those. How are you better than other programs like Warrior Trading? Listen, I'm not going to badmouth other groups. You know, it's not what I do. I don't badmouth other groups, but I will ask my members how they feel that we are different. So what I'm actually going to do right now, okay, I'm not going to even answer this question for you, Alec. What I want all of my TTG members, if you are a member of True Trading Group, and you've been a part of other trading groups in the past, I want you to comment in chat right now, how are we different? My TTG fam, how are we different? Okay, so again, if you are a member and you've been a part of other groups, how are we different? So listen, Alok, and anybody else that has that same question, I'm sure there's probably a lot of you. I want you to not even pay attention to me right now. I want you to just focus on the chat, and I want you to read some of the messages that are coming through chat right now, because these are real TTG members that have been parts of other groups that are now, I'm going to let them tell you. I'm going to let them tell you what makes us different. Let's see. You actually teach people how to trade. Way different having a plan when you actually trade. No upsells. This is education, not just following someone's trades. Mike and the mods are with us from open to close, no matter how their day is going. You actually teach. Nicole says integrity, value, and support. Alphonse says you guys always get personal, no upsells, better education, and you care about your members making money. TTG actually teaches you how to trade, and you join a real community of traders who will support you on your journey. Chris says, oh my God, they're different in 100 different ways. Peter says, guys, TTG is not a trading group. It's a trading family. Avi says TTG is complete package. Todd says you get everything for one price. There's no upsells ever. Yemi says this is quality, participatory, and involving. Bo says Mike teaches you the market and trades in any environment. When Biden farts, he knows what stocks to look at. He's a pro, no gimmicks. Greta says, I'm so grateful I came here first, life-changing. So there you guys go. So like I said, read some of these comments that are coming through chat. It's a great question, but I figure it would be better off answered by actual members responding to that question than just me. And I'll finish things off with this. Here's the best way to know. You want to know what makes us different? I'll show you guys here right now. My TTG family members, I want you to sound off in chat right now if you are making money and becoming a better trader with True Trading Group. Sound off in chat right now. If you are a member and you are making money and becoming a better trader, sound off in chat right now. So again, you guys want to know what makes us different. I prefer to let actual members answer that question because there's no difference between the members and you. You know, they found TGD the same way you did. That's a live stream. So again, I pay attention to some of the comments coming through chat right here on the side of your screen. Read them and see what members actually have to say. All right, guys. So like I said, I don't like to badmouth other groups or anything like that. So I'll just like to talk to you guys about my members and how they're doing. And that's why I divert your question to my members. All right. We've got about 6,500 of them. All right. So there you have it, folks. So again, use coupon code TTG121. Make sure you guys lock in that 42% discount. The price goes up at midnight Pacific. So this is your last chance to get the 42% off. All right. You won't be able to get that $12.82 price point after midnight tonight. And the first 30 people, Joseph, welcome to the family, Joseph. Everyone, give Joseph, everyone that's part of the TTG fam, give Joseph a big warm welcome. Welcome Joseph to the family. We now have 29 laptops left. All right. We've got 29. J.E. Blanco, great job. Doubled my IRA account in just 6 months. That's incredible. All right. So guys, 29 laptops left. Use that coupon code TTG121 and get yourself that discount and get yourself that brand new laptop. All right, guys, let's go in to the overall markets now. And I want to walk you guys through the sell-off from yesterday, and let's talk about this, or Friday, I should say. All right, here we go. Okay. So guys, on Friday, we had a nasty, nasty, nasty day. Big sell-off day, huge volume, and we broke below a major support level. Okay. We broke a major support level here around 416.50. All right, 416.50, that used to be resistance right here. That used to be support right here. And that also was your 50-day moving average. The 50-day moving average is this blue line you see on my screen, this dark blue line. Okay. Now, this dark blue line has held support every time that we've tested it, going back all the way many months. Okay, many months. But I want to show you something very specific with this 50-day moving average. Okay, what I want to show you with this 50-day moving average, and this is what you have to look for tomorrow. All right, this is what you have to look for tomorrow. Every single time this 50-day moving average has been tested, the market's reversed the very next day. Allow me to show you. Let's go back to January. And what do you see? We tested the 50-day moving average. We reversed the very next day. Okay. We tested the 50-day moving average. We reversed the very next day. You had this day, which we actually broke the 50-day moving average. We broke beneath it cleanly, but what happened the very next day? We reversed. Every day that the 50-day has been tested, the market's reversed the very next day. Let's continue. Markets were tested. The very next day, we reverse. Let's continue. The 50-day was tested. We reversed the very next day. 50-day was tested. and we just actually continued higher. Vasudeva, welcome to the TGG family. Vasudeva, welcome to the TGG family. 28 laptops left, folks. 28 laptops left. Okay. As we continue to move on now, here we have Friday. So now here we have Friday. Okay. Friday, we broke cleanly below the 50-day moving average. We broke cleanly below it. Now, this is going to look something like here. Okay, this is going to look like something like here because we broke cleanly below the 50-day moving average in the beginning of March. But the very next day, we got right back above it. This is what you have to have your eyes on for tomorrow. If we do not reverse tomorrow, if tomorrow is not a strong green day, then I think the markets have downside to 405. Okay. If we do not reverse course tomorrow, Michael, welcome to TGD family. Everyone give Michael a big warm welcome. We have 27 laptops left. 27 laptops left. Welcome, Michael, to the TGD family. Guys, use that coupon code TGD121. Price goes up at midnight tomorrow. Midnight tonight. Price goes up tomorrow. And then you got 27 laptops left for the next 27 people to use that coupon code. All right. So guys, if we do not completely reverse course tomorrow and get back over the 50-day moving average, I think the markets go lower. Now, I think we are going lower this week. I do not think we're going to just reverse course tomorrow. I do think we're going to go lower. My initial thoughts are we get down to 405. Okay. My initial thoughts are that the markets get down and test 405 like this week. Okay. I actually think here's your next major support level. Okay. This is your next major support level, 405. Okay. 405, you got the support right here from mid-May support. And you also have what? Your 100-day moving average. That's this purple line on my screen. Okay, I think the markets are going to drop into this region right here. Okay, I think we drop right down into this region, the low fours, like 405, 404.50, 406. I think we drop down to that level. You also have increasing volume on this sell-off the last couple of days. I think we drop down to that level. The only thing that's going to make me say we're not going down to 405, the only thing that's going to make me say that is if we completely reverse tomorrow. If we do not completely reverse tomorrow, and what do I mean by completely reverse? We need to get back above the 50-day moving average. The 50-day moving average right now is like 417 and change. If we do not get back to 417 tomorrow, Patrick, welcome to the family. Patrick, welcome to the family. 26 laptops left, folks. 26. Okay. If we, like, let's say tomorrow, the market's just, we open up at 414. We go back to 415, 416. We pull back down to 414. If that's what we do tomorrow, I think the markets are at 405, 406 by Friday. Tomorrow for me is going to set the tone for the whole week. What the markets do tomorrow will literally dictate how I position myself for the rest of the week. If we do not get back to 417, literally, I mean tomorrow. If we do not get back there tomorrow, look to swing trade some put options down towards 405, 406. Get yourself some put options that expire in 3 to 4 weeks. Get some puts. Maybe grab a 414, a 412 strike, and try to get this thing down to 406. Okay, in the next week or so. And then that's your next major support level. Vasu and Alec, who just asked that question. Alec just asked that question. Alec, welcome to the family. Alec Gupta, welcome to the family. Vasu, welcome to the family. Folks, that's 24 laptops remaining. 24 laptops remaining. TTG121 coupon code. Use them. Use them. Alec, welcome to the family, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad you joined. I'm glad you joined. All right. So there you have it, guys. That's what I'm looking for. Right? You see it. Look at the last several months. Look, every time, just look at the chart. Every time that 50-day moving average was tested, okay, every time that 50-day moving average was tested, the markets rallied higher. The very next day, right here, 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 and here. That's why tomorrow is such a big day for us in the markets. That's why tomorrow is such a big day for us in the markets. Fei, Lou, and Fadi, welcome to the TTG family. 22 laptops left. Guys, I'm telling you, a brand new Asus or Lenovo laptop for the next 22 people to use the coupon code TTG121. You'll also be getting a 42% discount. That price goes up at midnight tonight. Lock it in. So there's the SPY, guys. That's what I'm looking at there. Okay? That's what I'm looking at. Now, let me do a quick check on futures. Futures are down. We're down a half a point already. Asian markets are down. Okay? Global market, Mariah, welcome to the family. Mariah, guys, 21 laptops left. I told you these laptops do not last. Mariah, welcome to the TTG fam. So, guys, futures are down right now. We're down to 441.36. 41.36.38. So that puts you right around like 413.60 on the SPY. So the SPY right now, if the SPY was up right where we are, it's exactly right where we are. So we closed the after hours session. The after hours session on Friday, we closed at 413.60. That is right where the futures market is right now. Okay, the futures are right there. Futures are right there. Okay, that's where your futures market sits. All right, we've actually just broken lower in the futures market. Okay, the futures market have just traded to new lows from Friday. All right, so right now it doesn't look good. Right now it doesn't look good. Right now we're down a half a point. We're down 0.43% on S&P futures. It looks like we're headed lower. So right now, it looks to me like we're not going to get back to 417 tomorrow. Okay. Brandon, welcome to the family. Brandon, welcome to the TTG fam. That's 20 laptops left. 20 laptops. David Padilla, what's up, brother? What's up, David? So, guys, yeah, we're trading lower right now in the futures. We're trading lower in the Asian markets. I'm telling you now, if we do not get back to 417 tomorrow, I think the markets move lower until we get to 405. Once we get to 405, that's when I think we get a bounce. That's when I think we get a bounce. 405 is going to be the support level that I'm going to look for to try to get us a bounce off of 405. Tomorrow's going to set the tone. Make sure you guys get your butts in chat. I'm going to be focused. I'm going to be all over this tomorrow. Guys, tomorrow's going to be an active day for me. Tomorrow, I'm looking at ATAI. Let me talk to you about that because this whole live stream is, right, how am I going to make money tomorrow? This is how I'm making money tomorrow. If the SPY, or how am I making money this week, rather? This is how I'm making money this week. If the SPY tomorrow does not get back to 417, it's put options for the rest of the week. Okay? Now, I'm also going to be looking at ATAI, a brand new IPO. Okay? ATAI. If ATAI gets back above $20, I'm looking to be a buyer of ATI. I think the stock gets to 25 this week. Okay, I'm buying it. I'm going to look to be a buyer of ATAI above 20, looking for that to get to 25. Then TRCH. TRCH resistance at 675. If TRCH gaps above 675, I will be a buyer in front of $6.75, and I will look for that stock to squeeze to $8, $9. These are 3 of my best trade ideas for this week. Those 3 right there. And also, I am long AMC currently. If AMC gets over 64.65, I think it is a clean shot to break through all-time highs. These are the 4 stocks that are going to be right at the top of my watch list come tomorrow: the SPY, AMC, ATAI, and TRCH. If you want to trade any one of those stocks, you better make sure you use that coupon code, get your button chat, get a brand new free laptop. That's where my attention is going to be. That's how I plan on making money this week. Where are you guys going to be is the question. Now, I want to know right now how many people here that are on the live stream still, how many of you are not TTG members? Type the letters TTG in chat right now if you're not a member of True Trading Group. I want to see how many non-members we have. Kevin Vega. We got Ruben Harrington. Caleb. Mike Roberts. Sir Gemas. Kristen Jacobs. Bill Smith. Chris Salura. John K, Great G36, Across Canada, Crouching Tiger, Joseph Youssef, Steve W, Izehi, RV Thomas, Tech, Sandy Dollar, Chris Mooney, Sandro Ramirez, Brian Ward, Guado, Terry Hub, Luis Batides, Janet Miller, Vincent Rendazzo, Sorge XP, E. Jean, Dritz666, Timber Dude, Mike McKenzie, John F., Sean, beautiful, Dennis Millett, awesome, guys. A lot of non-teaching members are here with us on the stream tonight. I love it. Listen, guys, for those that are not members, I'm always going to talk to you honestly and open here. I don't sugarcoat anything. You know, I always shoot you guys straight. I don't blow smoke up your ass. All right? I'll always tell you guys how it is. And listen, trading's not easy. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. But believe me, whether markets are up, down, left, right, center, my TTG fam and I making money and becoming better traders, and that's what it's all about. That's what TTG is all about. Now, like when all my members were commenting before about, you know, who's making money, becoming a better trader, I told you 80% of our members are becoming better traders. That means 80% are making money, they're successful, they become better traders, but still that means 20% of our members are struggling. You know, I told you, I always shoot you guys straight. I don't sugarcoat anything. But at True Trading Group, we leave no trader behind. We actually do Winter Green workshops every month where the struggling members will submit questions and topics that they want to discuss that they're struggling with. And me and the mods, we cover it live. We cover it live in chat with our members to give them the help that they need. And we record it all and we put it up in the video library for members to go back and watch at a later date. All right. I know it's not possible to have a 100% success rate in TTG. I know that's not possible, but it doesn't mean that we can't try for it, guys. TTG is a business at the end of the day. It's a hell of a business, but it's only the business is only as good as our members are doing. We got to get up every single day to earn the trust and support of our members, and that means long after they've paid us their yearly membership fee. We don't take it lightly, the responsibility and the trust that we are given, and we work hard every day to continue to earn it. These are people's lives that we're talking about, and we do not take it lightly. We also do have a 1-week trial. If anyone wants to try us out for a week, you can simply go to ttgthree.com. You can sign up for a 1-week trial. Okay. You get access to our chat room. You get 3 sample courses. You get access to our analyst report section. You get access to our trade idea scanner, our Benzinga news feed. You can trade with us in chat. Just go to ttgthree.com. It's a one-time payment of $3. That's it. There's no auto renew. There's no reoccurring payment. It is a one-time payment of $3. We charge $3 just to know that you guys are real. Believe me, you've spent $3 on way dumber stuff. Okay, you've probably spent $3 on a bag of Doritos before. Okay, it'll be the best $3 you've ever spent in your life. I guarantee it. Simon, welcome to the TTG fam, folks. That means there's only 19 laptops left. That means there's only 19 laptops left. All right, I told you they were not going to last. You got to use coupon code TTG121 now to get the laptop and the 42% discount. Now, if you want the trial, you can go to ttgthree.com, but you're not going to get the $12.82 price point. You're not going to get the 42% discount, and you're not going to get a brand new laptop. But you want to try this out for a week first, you can do so. All right. Now, everyone that types TTG in chat, you guys have to realize no one's going to do the work that's needed for you to reach your goals. You have to be willing to do it, but it all starts with getting the right education, having access to the right tools, and being part of the right community to help you to learn, trade, and profit. That is what TTG is all about. Folks, we work about 12 to 15 hours a day on this platform to continue to improve it and make sure our members get the value and the help that they need. Our membership is for 1 year. It is all inclusive. It normally costs $2,212, but from now until midnight Pacific, it is your last chance to save 42% and pay only $1,282. It's just over $100 a month for the entire year. There's no upsells. That's it. You pay one price, you get access to everything. And the next 19 people to do so will be getting a brand new free laptop. There's no upsells. There's no add-ons. Think of us as the Netflix of training communities. You pay one price on Netflix, you get access to all their content, right? Same thing with us. As a member of True Trading Group, you're going to get access to the top premium trading tools and products because you bundle them together as part of your membership. Included in your membership, with your membership, is Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed. Guys, this gives you live breaking up to the second news alerts directly inside of our chat room. In this environment, traders that get the news first win. I can't tell you how much money we've made and saved because we've gotten news before the rest because of this news feed. It's right inside of our chat. It's free with your membership. You also get quote streams, real-time level 1 and full book level 2. So you can see all the market maker depth inside of level 2. That comes with a trade simulator that lets you trade stocks and options with fake money. So you can practice implementing what you've learned in the courses. Practice it with fake money first. Okay, practice it with fake money first before you start trading with hard-earned cash. You also get access to our Trade Ideas scanner. This is going to show you what are the best stocks for you to be trading during the day. Then you also get TradingView's Pro charting software. This is one of the most commonly used charting softwares by active traders today. It's yours free with your membership. All these things are free. You don't pay $1 more for any of them. Then you're getting at least 10 easy to follow, actionable, real-time alerts per week from a community of members that's currently sporting about an 83% win rate. We are fully transparent inside of TTG. We keep a trading journal on our website that tracks every single buy and every single sell that all of our moderators make. So you can follow along, see how we're doing, how we're trading, and see how you would have done had you followed along on all of these trades. Everything's there. The wins, the losses, the break-evens, everything is there. We are fully transparent. Then you also get access to one small private study group. This is your chance to ask TTG moderators questions, topics, and lessons that you need help with. Then you've got the curriculum and the courses. Guys, this is a simplified version of the stuff I learned working at the hedge fund. You're going to have beginner and foundation courses, advanced courses, option courses, swing trading courses, trader psychology, crypto courses. You name it, we've got it in text and video format, whichever is easier for you to learn. There's no special VIP pro courses that cost you more money. You pay one price, $12.82 for the entire year. You get access to everything we have. Then on top of the courses, we have a video library. That video library has over 100 hours of additional video content. Topics like how to grow a small account, how to trade while working a full-time job, how to resist FOMO and have confidence pulling the trigger, just to name a few. All of this is included, guys. Then, of course, access to our chat room. Like I said, we share our screen. We're live on the microphone talking to you like I'm talking to you guys now. I walk you through all of our trades live in real time. Okay, and we also call out our trades before we make them. Your next question should be, to me, should be, why do you give away so much for only $12.82? And that question is a good question, but it requires another question to answer it. I want everyone right now to type the letter I in chat. If you've been part of another trading group in the past, you are promised the world only to feel like you were just another $1,000 upsell away from reaching your goals. Go ahead and comment the letter I in chat right now. Look at all those letter I's. Look at all those letter I's. Guys, all these letter I's that are coming through chat right now, this is why we offer everything for one all-inclusive price, because it should not be this way. It shouldn't be this way. You know? It shouldn't be this difficult for people to get an education and the support that they need. We want to disrupt this entire industry, folks. That's why we do it. Now, listen, at the same time, though, in life, you got to know your value. We know that our membership is way more valuable than $12.82. That's why we are going to be moving the price of our membership up to $2,500. Jared and Tim, welcome to the family. 17 laptops left, folks. 17 laptops left. So we are going to be moving the price of our membership up to $2,500. All right. So, we're going to be up to that level sooner than you think. The price is going to continue to go up by a few bucks every day while we work our price up to that number. That's why at midnight Pacific tonight, the price goes up. So if you guys want to lock in that $12.82, 42% discount, you got to jump on that coupon code now. You got 17 laptops left. All right. You want to talk about value? Let's talk about value for a second. All the things that you get with your membership, that Benzinga newsfeed, if you paid for that newsfeed on your own outside of True Trading Group, it would cost you $1,188 a year. That's almost your entire membership in the newsfeed. That quote media level 2 with the full book is $990 a year. The simulator that we use is $750 a year. And TradingView, they charge $720 a year for their charting software. Howard, welcome to the family. 16 laptops left. But guys, just those 4 things, just the Benzinga newsfeed, the real-time level 2 and options data, the trade simulator, and the charting software, those 4 things, if you paid for them on your own, would cost you $3,648. You get it all free with your membership for just $12.82. We're going to be going up a couple of bucks, guys. I'm telling you, our membership's going to be over 2,000 before you know it. Welcome, Luang. Luang, welcome to the family. Welcome to TGD fam. Guys, 15 laptops left. 15 laptops left. Guys, hop on them, man. Hop on them. Our goal is going to be to disrupt this industry, but in order to do that, we got to provide insane results and value at a price that's substantially less than any of our so-called competitors. This isn't a gimmick, folks. We're going to be up over 2K before you know it. The price goes up at midnight tonight, so I would use that coupon code ASAP. Before the price goes up, lock this price in. All right? Lock this price in. Folks, we are also 5-star rated on Trustpilot. Almost 1,300 people have written us a review on Trustpilot. I welcome, encourage, and invite all of you to go read them. Okay? Go check them out. Go read them. Over almost 1,300 people have written us a review on Trustpilot, guys. Go check them out. Read them. All right? And guys, don't forget, again, everything that I'm saying to you right now on the live, it's all Vincent. Welcome to the, wow, 14 laptops left, guys. Only 14 laptops left. And last but not least, anyone that is still on the fence, if you go through all our courses, pass our quizzes, and attend a private study group, if you do those 3 things and still don't make your membership fee back at least once during your membership, I will give you all of your money back. I'll give you a full refund. That is how confident I am in this program and in this education. That's why I'm able to offer you with confidence that money back guarantee. Guys, if all my members were losing money, I wouldn't be able to offer you money back guarantee. It's just that simple. Guys, how many of you have already made your membership fee back? If you're a member and you've already made back your membership fee, comment right now. Let me know, how long did it take? How long did it take for you to make your membership fee back? Sound off in chat right now. Gilbert, took him 1 week. 6 weeks for Kawakawa. One week for Roden Costner. 2 months for Billy, 3 weeks for Jason Walkenbach, and he's still killing it every day. 1 week for Nicole BJ, less than 2 months for Bruce, plus he recouped all the money that he lost joining other platforms. 3 weeks for Willard, 1 week for Joseph. Chris, not yet. Chris, keep working on it, brother. We leave no trader behind, man. 46 weeks for Daryl, and then took 10 months to pay off the lifetime membership. Nice. Wizard took 1 month. LHR 3 weeks. Diane Fig 4 months, and she had a very small account. Guys, so you can see you're seeing these are THD members, man. These are THD members. It took Marcos a week. Marcos Zavala 1 week. Welcome, Omar. Omar, welcome to the family. 13 laptops left, folks. Omar, welcome. Use coupon code TTG121. Wizard 7889 is almost out of PDT rule and started with only $5,000, folks. Jack Wolf has lost. Jack, hang in there, man. We leave no trader behind, Jack. We leave no trader behind, Jack. Guys, how many of you also have a full-time job and are making money? If you work a full-time job and you're killing it with your trading group, sound off in chat right now. Type the letter I and let me know what's your profession. Vazdan is a cook. Nice. Alex is a software engineer. A fleet manager. Single dad and a small business owner. Janitor, film business, project manager, strength coach. City bus driver, embroiderer, a geologist. I work at Oracle, a cloud engineer, operations director, a pro bodybuilder, process engineer, a pastor, engineer, construction, strategic planner for military, a firefighter, owns a Remax franchise, electrical engineer, a tower technician, retired. Joe works a full-time job and quadrupled my account in 2 months. I'm in auto sales and finance. Chris Mendez, business owner, service advisor for Caterpillar. Nice. Guys, awesome. So this, that's the point, right? The point is that, just because you work a full-time job doesn't mean that, you guys are not going to be able to benefit from TTG. Okay. And that's really important that you guys understand that. Brian, welcome to the family. 12 laptops left. Guys, these laptops are going fast. Use that coupon code TTG121. There's only 12 laptops left. Okay. The price goes up at midnight tonight, Pacific. Midnight Pacific, you have until that 1282 price point, and that 42% discount is gone. Use it. We are working our price back up towards 2,500. Before you know it, will be over 2K. Do not let that price jump. You got about 12 people can jump on this laptop left. You have to actually enter the coupon code TTG121 on the site and click apply code. Adam, can you pull it up real quick? There it is, folks. There's the checkout page. You actually have to enter the coupon code TTG121 and click apply code. Okay, you actually have to click apply code. You'll know that you're getting one of the laptops if you see the laptop in your checkout. There's 12 of them left. So if you go to the page and you see the laptop, that means you've got one. If it's not there, that means we are all sold out of laptops if it's not in your checkout. Okay. And like I said, guys, money back guarantee. Anyone that does not make back their membership fee after completing those 3 things, go through all the courses, pass the quizzes, attend a private study group. If you don't make back your membership fee, I will give you all of your money back. I'll give you a 100% full refund if you guys don't make it back. That is how confident I am in the platform. I put my money where my mouth is. I stand behind my THD platform. Gina, welcome to the THD family. Gina, welcome to the fam. Welcome, Gina. 11, guys. That's it. 11 laptops left. Go now. Use that coupon code. All right, use that coupon code. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow. I told you where my focus is, where I plan on making money. We'll see where you guys are, where you're planning to make money. Hope you guys, hopefully you have a game plan. If not, get your butts in chat with me tomorrow, and I'll walk you guys through every step of the way, each and every single one of my trades, as I always do. Thanks for joining me tonight. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Turn on those notifications. Never miss out on any one of these streams, and make sure you, of course, smash that like button. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow. Thanks for joining me tonight, everybody. Have a great rest of your evening, and happy Father's Day to all those dads out there. I'll see you guys all later. Good night, everyone.